recap. We rolled into town with fucking what's his name? I have it right here.
with
With
Silver.
Sildar. Sildar, yeah. We rolled into town with Sildar, and we met our new companion Douglas, putting on a show for some children. It was quite nice. We rolled on down to the local tavern, which is the Stonehill Inn. We talked outside of there for a while about what our plan was. Went in, got some drinks. I
I
I
drunk
left to go get
now.
my burned, not born. I left to go get his corpse burned, and then came back. Went to bed. Douglas went to go sleep in a field. He got snuggled up by a calf. It was cute. We we then went and delivered the wagon to Barthren's Provisions. Me and Krell visited the blacksmith. She got a new sword. I sold Whisk's belongings.
I got to the Shrine of Luck with Douglas, and we were asking about the sister who disappeared. Disappeared, no, who went home all hurt.
And I believe that's it.
Pretty much good summarization. I believe you both already have your inspiration.
Yeah, that fucking still active. I never used it.
Yeah,
You're
I
too damn
rolled
good
like
at
so
recap,
minimally.
and you never use the inspiration.
Do a recap. Man, I mean, it's just fair to do it every time, in my opinion.
Yeah. That way you
That
got
would,
fresh in your head what happened and your motivations. And get ready to
yeah.
do what you're doing. Alright, so Krell and Spoon have finished up their dealings at the smithy, and we're headed to the Shrine of Luck to rejoin up with Alyss and Douglas. To have a chat with Sister Unpronounceable Name, Gariel. I'm gonna pronounce it differently every time I say it.
That'd be funny. You're in Nosuke, basically.
More or less.
It's a different name every time. But it's always got like the general feel.
Yeah.
I love how I spent the whole day nice, and I just sat in the chair to play D&D, and I start coughing and sneezing.
Alright, so the group is rejoined outside of the Shrine of Luck.
Oh, the good sister is in trouble. Yeah, fucking move the taskbar. You ever just like your taskbar just refuses to vanish sometimes?
I have mine always hidden, so that is not an issue.
Well, I've got auto hide always turned on, but it just never fucking goes away. It could just be my laptop. Perhaps Asus just makes a very shitty product.
Yeah. It's the general consensus. So yeah, checking over her was Spoon's deal, so why doesn't he take the lead?
Sounds just fine to me. I will just French forward into the shrine, just kind of scanning around looking for her.
She's nearby, tending to I'm blanking on the name of a specific flower now. She's over near the side, tending to some succulents hanging in the window.
I will We'll just kind of slowly approach and say, "Excuse me, sister.
Oh, yes, I didn't see you there. What do you need?
Uh, rumor was going round that you had run into some troubles on your way into the city, and I came as I feel it's a kindness for me to check up on you after you helped me out."
Oh, how kind of you. I did
So
see.
what occurred?
Continue, sorry.
I just said, so what occurred?
Recently, the higher ups tasked me with a very delicate task. It seems that there's a banshee nearby named Agatha, and she happens to have knowledge about a spell book that my superiors are looking for. And I sought her out, but the creature just wouldn't appear for me. On the way back, I was assailed by wild animals.
What kind of animals?
Uh, Wolves, maybe a fox or two.
Uh, can I roll insights to that?
Sure.
Oh,
Wolves I can understand, but foxes
She doesn't
seems a bit
appear to be
strange.
lying to Liz.
Well, we can't just have rabid wolves running about, can we?
I don't know. I think
I-
they're kind of cute.
Well, sure, but you didn't quite think so. Well, I can't say that. He doesn't know about that. Never mind. I was
Makes the character so.
I got yeah. That character's dead. Well, cute or not, they do enjoy uh, eating usually or prior living things. That's can't really have that. Imagine what'll happen if they start attacking the livestock. I've heard stories. Rabid squirrels killing sheep and cows. Ugh.
Yes, it's quite a tragedy. I'm actually
Oh.
looking for someone to help me make a deal with this banshee.
Ah. Well, we just got off of another job, so I think we might be able to help you. We all agreed to come here in the first place.
sure, I will gladly help a sister from the church.
Sure, why not?
Sure, I'm also here. I have nothing better to do.
That's the spirit, Douglas.
She pulls out a jeweled silver cone from beneath her apron and hands it to Spoon. I believe that by giving her a suitable gift like this one, she'll be persuaded to give the information she has about the location of the spell book I'm after.
See,
You
I
can
will.
count on us, sister.
I will take good care of it on our way there.
What was the other question there? From Wes?
Sorry, what did you say?
What were you saying before Spoon cut you off?
Oh yeah, I, I just said I can't remember. I just said I will help a sister from the church, and later said something I don't remember.
Alright.
Okay.
Then she'll
I
go
will.
to a nearby drawer and pull out 3 potions of healing. Here, take these. They should help you on your journey.
Lovely.
Thank you, sister.
Uh, I'm confident that I won't get even a scratch on me. So perhaps you three would like to take them instead.
Please, friend.
I, I,
I insist you take the potions. I have quite an ability on the battlefield, and also my god will always protect me.
well, nah, what the hell? What's the worst that could happen? You said 3 potions of healing?
Yes.
You just jinx the whole session, you know that. What's the worst that could happen? Oh my god.
Nah, it'll be
I'm
fine.
pretty sure those might have been Whisk's final words.
It's in the family. What was the thing she gave me?
Um, jeweled silver comb.
Jeweled. That's not how you spell that. Jeweled silver.
Listen, only you can see your character sheet.
Yeah, but
Spell it
just seeing
wrong.
the red line. Unless
It's
the word is made up, seeing the red line fucking annoys me. Oh,
Wait,
home, not
Yeah,
comb.
that's about right.
A Banshee isn't a witch? I mean, kind of a witch, a Banshee.
Uh,
Uh, not exactly. It really depends on which culture's version of the banshee you're talking about.
Let's see, Banshee, D&D. Am I allowed to watch? Look what is on the internet, or you prefer not to?
Um, you can, but don't use it to metagame.
Okay, so I won't look.
Sister, how about for a man like me, a simple fight in the world? Could you explain to me what a banshee is exactly, or whatever knowledge you possess? 'Cause I personally don't know much either.
Okay. A banshee is a spiteful creature formed from the spirit of a female elf. Its faith is typically wreathed in a wild tangle of hair with wispy rags of cloth streaming about it. Uh, During nighttime, unlucky travelers can hear the cries of the forlorn dead. They appear as luminous, wispy forms that vaguely recall their mortal features. And they're known to be nearly incorporeal. Holy shit, that's a hard word to say.
I see. Well,
So it's a spirit.
More or less.
Sister, can you tell us the contents of the spellbook?
yes. I would. Not. I don't. I think that is a rather important part.
She does not know the exact contents. She just knows that it once belonged to a legendary mage named Bow Gentle.
Well, it was important enough for them to make you risk your life to go out there. And from the way that it sounded, those animals didn't act as they normally do. It sounds like they were sent after you.
That is entirely possible.
It sounds like we would get set up as well if we try to go out there. Is everyone here sure that they would be ready to venture out into the middle of the woods after this banshee, after this spell book?
Yes! I'm raised Squirrelstead's greatest hunter. I'd be damned if I can't hunt a couple of wolves.
It's not about wolves, it's about who sent the wolves.
Well, sure, but if they're part of the threat, then they are. Then my statement remains.
If a sister of the church was attacked, I am sure to go defend it.
Is she
Yeah.
even of your church?
No, it's not, but all gods dine together.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true.
I'm rethinking joining your group.
No need to be so skeptic. It'll be great. We'll go out. We'll kill some things, bash some heads. It'll be lovely. It'll be a good deed for the week.
It will be an adventure.
I'm sure there's a lot of positive karma behind this.
We are undertaking a task for the Shrine of Luck and Good Fortune, after all.
Exactly.
Okay. Douglas is just gonna let out a long, long sigh and just be silent for a little bit.
I'll take your silence as a silent agreement. Let us make way, my friends. After I open this up and make sure I know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, perfect.
Make sure you know what your new level 2 skills do.
I got fuck all. I think everything I've got is a level 1 skill. Oh, except action surge. I guess I have that.
Yeah, that's new.
Can't wait to not use it in this session.
We'll find a way.
Right, so we're heading off fucking towards some... Where are we going?
I gotta pump up the raid info page, and then I'll find out. 'Cause
Yeah,
this
it'll
shit
be great.
is scattered.
So is the book like poorly laid out?
Well, I have it all set up on the side, but I have it links within links, so I know where to go. But I also have a physical version of like half the information for quick reference.
Right. Oh.
We are headed for the town of Coneyberry.
And they said Squirrelstead was generic.
Coneyberry.
I'm just gonna take a guess at how that's spelled.
I'll drag you to the map in just a second.
What use would a banshee use a spell book?
You were told that she has the information on the location of that spell book.
No, I want to know. Okay, sorry.
It's magic hubbub.
Magic Hello. Coneyberry.
I don't get it, and I don't think I ever will.
And I don't know how I wrote that right for once.
Set that aside for a moment.
Ooh, it's a little far. How many days of travel?
It's a few miles, so it shouldn't take long.
Ah, travel for a week, get off the road and rest, and travel again. Story of my life.
No, it should only be a couple hours.
Oh, there it is. Heading down the Tribor Trail.
Once again, the opposite direction that we came from Neverwinter, which I never highlighted on this map.
Hmm. I wonder.
That's
I
where we
wonder how.
started, way over there in Neverwinter.
Wonder if there are any songs written about this trail. It's got the name of one, that's for sure.
Tribal Trail.
Well, you're a scribe of sorts. Would you happen to know?
I'm not a scribe. I'm a paladin, a warrior of justice and
I said
mighty.
I didn't say your name, did I? I said well.
Okay, sorry.
Imagine that, a scribe that can't read.
Oh yeah, you're blind.
How could you ever forget that?
I don't know. It must have slipped me. Perhaps I didn't think it was particularly relevant.
It's like 80% of her character function, but whatever. So, several hours down the road, we arrive in the town of Coneyberry. It was sacked several years ago by barbarians and now lies in ruins. The Tribor Trail runs straight through the abandoned town, providing an easy landmark for locating the lair of the Banshee Agatha that we're after, which is right there. From the information that we were given by the sister. From the ruins of Coneyberry, the trail leads northwest into Neverwinter Wood, and her lair lies just a few miles outside of town. As you move down the trail, the forest grows dark and still as the trail winds deeper into the trees. Heavy vines and thick layers of moss drape the branches, and the air is noticeably colder than it was at the ruined village. Rounding a bend in the trail, you see a screen made from the warped branches of trees standing close together, woven into a dome-like shelter in the shadows. A low doorway leads inside.
Bleh.
Who has the silver comb?
I have
That would
it.
be Spoon.
Spoon.
Yes.
Probably better to go on the front and offer the pick that you offer the comb as a gift for the location of the book, and we will go right behind you to protect you from any danger.
Rolling through doors makes me feel like a dog. But it is to help the good sister, so I will make it work.
Yes, my friend, just a moment. I put my hand on his head and mumble a little prayer.
Alright.
Spoon, do you mind if I take the gift from you?
Do you wish to go in yourself to offer it?
No, I don't think we should offer at all. At least not at first. You realize going in with the gift alone, even with us behind you, we're basically offering you as bait. It's better to check the house out first and then offer the gift. We don't know if Agatha's actually in there or if she's expecting visitors.
That's true. You make a valid point.
She sees someone without anything, a gift, she probably might just attack us. So that's another point of view.
She could still attack us. Like, we still have the gift to give her. We just need to prepare ourselves so the gift isn't taken somehow.
Yes, you make a fair point.
Eh,
If you
it's a-
believe you'll protect it better than I, then I will gladly hand this over to you. As I reach into my like squirrel hide pouch and pull it out. Here you are.
Is that the same pouch where you keep your son's hair?
No, it's a separate pouch on like wrapped around his shoulder.
How
Okay.
many square pouches do you have?
1, 2, 3, and I've got the big one right here, so four total.
Oh, okay.
One's a coin purse, one's for important small things, uh, one's for meat and other rations, and the big one is for everything else, including big important stuff.
I see. Okay, so I again, this time to Douglas, I put my hand on his head and mumble a quick prayer to
Right.
protect you, Edward.
Uh, sure.
Alright.
I suppose we should check. So you said this, it looked like a bunch of branches woven together into a dome?
Yes.
Surely it doesn't have much structural integrity. I mean, a simple match could take it down if we really wanted it to.
Probably better not to angry the spirit.
But I'm saying if it's necessary.
Oh, okay. That
Not
means, yeah.
not the intention is to destroy it, but if it has to be done, then it has to be done. Why don't I just...
fire if necessary, but I don't think that's very smart considering.
We're in a forest,
Chester,
yeah, I understand.
yeah, we're in a forest.
I'm just gonna kind of like bend down and look inside from a small distance, so like I'm not like poking my head in.
A home of sorts is sheltered within the dome of woven branches. It is sparsely furnished with chests, shelves, a table, and a reclined couch. All of it is old and of elven craft.
And there's no one in there.
Not at the current moment.
Hmm.
At least not that you can sense with your ordinary human eyes.
Can I do the same? I have the divine sense. Maybe I
Oh,
can
yeah.
see something.
I believe Divine Sense is an ability you have to use.
Blah. I see nothing. Or
Yeah, it detects
it's
presence of strong evil.
it's well furnished. Elven, I think.
Oh, but you will know the location of celestial fiends or undead, so yeah, that could work.
Okay, I put my hand inside the lair as well. I do the same thing as a spoon.
Alright. So are you activating your Divine Sense? Because that is an expendable
Yes.
ability.
I have to spend a spell slot.
No, you have resources on the right, just above all your feats, where it says Divine Sense
Okay.
and Lay on Hands. You only get 3
Okay.
uses of them. Oh,
So I
Divine Sense
use
are-
one and now down to
Okay.
two.
So yeah, you do detect the ethereal essence of a undead creature within your range.
In my range, so I don't know if it's inside the lair.
And
Hmm.
you also notice that this place has not been desecrated.
By not desecrated, you mean?
Like, it's not been made into an unholy place.
Oh, okay.
Which is
Yeah.
strange considering there is an undead presence.
See anything, Liz?
Yes, there's an undead presence by here for sure.
Uh,
And it's strange, the lair, it doesn't seem desecrated. Uh, it should be there's an undead by now. Something is strange.
hmm. Well,
Tell you what's strange, it's not made of stone.
yes, but
All great structures are made of stone. We all know this. And
oh,
I know a
right,
great
good
deal
one.
about stone. This is an outrage. Even a banshee should know that modern architecture requires good dwarven stone. These elven who's it what's it's? No, it's dwarven stone.
Douglas, let me ask you a simple question then.
He's gonna find a way to work that stone cutting in somewhere. I know it.
Let me ask you a simple question. In a forest full of dirt and wood and not much else, where is anything to happen upon dwarven stone?
Douglas just points to the ground. It's all around us. It's all around us. It's so easy.
Are you telling me that everything that wishes to build a temporary structure should dig up stone and craft it into a building?
It's a
Temporary
spirit. Why
structure.
you
Do
say
you see how old those that furniture is? They have time. They would have had the time, so they should have put in the dedication. That's all that I'm saying.
We're not having this argument.
an elven spirit?
Right then. Since you can sense it, Liz, would you like to call out to it? Because I think going in there is kind of off the table at this point.
There ain't a door, right?
Do what now?
Is there a door to the lair?
Yeah.
I knock on the door.
It just seems to swing ajar of its own free will.
Ah,
There's no real locking mechanism. It's just kind of a screen.
Okay, I just, I just, knock on the wood behind the door to know if, is someone there?
So you're actually moving into the house.
No, no, I stay on the outside. I just respectfully knock.
As you knock on the door, the air grows even further colder than it was before, and a powerful feeling of dread grips you. A cold, pale light flickers in the air, rapidly taking on the form of a female elf, her hair and robes waving in a spectral wind. She might have been beautiful once, but a hateful expression twists her features now. Foolish mortals, what do you want here? Do you not know it is death to seek me out?
now, let's play fair. We come bearing an offering, or perhaps a gift in exchange for some information.
Good evening, my fair lady. My friend here has a gift for you. We present this gift in sense of wanting some information from you, if that's possible.
Yes.
Are you the one who decorated this house?
Oh no.
Douglas, please. Not now. Out of all time. You don't.
Not the time.
Latos, I beg. I beg.
Of course I built this house for myself. Who else would have done it?
It's true, my fair lady. It's a very beautiful house.
Yes, I like your sentiment for elven furniture. My
Oh.
personal home is furnished with it.
I just think you could spruce it up a bit with some dwarven stone.
Douglas.
You know, modern architecture.
I put my elbow onto him. Shut up! I'm sorry, my lady. He's just shut up.
Douglas, may I ask for the object, please?
Douglas hands it over. He's not. This isn't the hill to die on. He's just very passionate.
Right, yeah. I love it, honestly.
You mentioned a gift.
Yes. I hold up the comb, kind of, and like showing off its features. We come bearing a silver comb, a bedazzled one at that.
She'll take it from your hands and look it over. Yes, this is a fine elven craft. A very nice gift indeed. Now,
I like that.
what is it you said you wanted again?
Information, very specific information. One that is, I believe, is known by you.
Very well. Ask me one question, and I will give you an answer.
Got to be very peculiar with my wording here. Can you tell us the general location of the spellbook of Bo Gentle?
Ah, yes, I do remember such a tome. I believe I traded it to a necromancer called Cernoth. I believe I was traveling through the city of Erebor more than 100 years ago.
Thank you very much for the information, my lady. I hope we meet again in the future for some tea and biscuits.
Perhaps. And then she fades back into the ethereal nothingness of her home.
What was the name of the town she said? Or the city?
She just said she traded for a necromancer.
Right, I thought she mentioned a town after that. Yeah, okay, cool.
Did you need the name of the necromancer again?
Uh,
Please.
yeah, please. I didn't get it down in time. Cernoth. Right. Well,
Was
yeah,
that thought helpful? She
um,
said that she traded it over 100 years ago.
Well, it's a
Um,
necromancer. If he's
necromancers are peculiar beings.
he either is alive or he's a lich. So we have our one trouble or a bigger trouble.
Either way, you
Let's-
did indeed get the information you were sent to get.
We have the information that
We have the Yeah,
that's-
we did the quest.
so we can return, and if she's not happy with it, there's not much we can really do about it.
That's true. So
Let's be on our guard on the way back, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the banshee doing it or what, but again, the wolf and the fox, those didn't sound very normal.
Yes.
well, I was very kind to her. If you would not keep insulting her house, maybe she would be happier.
Not insulting, just giving recommendations.
Yes, an obvious improvement with dwarven stone to the structure. It's flimsy with all those branches here and there. You know, put some columns down,
It's
spruce
just
the place up a little bit.
Wait till we
just
eventually
not-
get to Cragmaw Castle. He's gonna give us 200 years of history on this shit.
it's just not quite available to Lady Agatha at the moment.
She is a spirit. She needs to focus to enter our world. She spends most of the time in the ethereal world. How she will work with stone?
How did she work with wood?
Well, wood
Didn't Eta!
Yes, let's head back now.
Alright. So as we wander back to town, everybody gains 50 points of experience for successfully bribing the Banshee for information.
Let's go. 400
experience points then.
Yep, 400 total.
The natural hunters in Spoon's bloodline is causing him to look around anxiously as we walk back to town.
And we continue our walk back to town, and nothing
just
really
not
out
a-
of the ordinary happens.
I just realized I offered tea and biscuits to a spirit.
Yeah, you
Of-
did.
An elven spirit.
A nap spirit?
They're kind of refined.
Definitely. Well, the afterlife I already got a day.
Ugh.
As we return back to town, it is just after sundown. Many of the shops and townsfolk have retired for the evening.
Perhaps we would do good to rest here before we return to Fandolin in the morning.
We're already in Vandalin.
Oh, I was under the impression we were going back to Coneyberry. My
We
mistake.
passed back through that and already made our way back towards home. Well,
Gotcha.
temporary home.
Let's go to the sister, deliver
Yes.
the information.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan.
And strides to the Shrine of Luck. Oh, what?
Alright, as you walk into the Shrine of Luck, you spot the sister going about systematically snuffing out all the candles in the shrine.
Good
Really?
sister, we return.
Ah, and how did you fare?
Fared well. We've got some information, though I'm not sure of how particularly helpful it is.
Any information is good information. What have you got?
Right. She told
Well.
us... No, please, go ahead.
The Banshee Shedsi traded the book for a necromancer named the Sarnath in the Tawi Arbor. The problem is that was 100 years ago.
So I'm not sure how relevant it still is, but it's what she gave us.
It's not much to go on, but I'm sure it's something my superiors can work with. You've been of
Yes,
great help.
indeed.
And you don't know why your superiors want this spell book so bad?
Yes, that's a good point.
Well, I'm
But it was
sure
traded
since
to a
it comes from a
necromancer.
legendary mage, it's bound to have all sorts of scrawlings about magics we don't yet know of.
True.
But what? So it's only for knowledge. Are you sure about that?
Fairly certain.
Sorry about the third degree, but I just can't be too sure about this. Do you
Well-
mind giving us the names of your superiors?
Way to put me on the spot because that doesn't exist in the mod.
Oh, sorry.
Well, think of it this way, Douglas. Right? If the book was traded to a necromancer, then perhaps it holds some sort of devilish evil. Perhaps the church simply wishes to get it out of public view, or out of the hands of a necromancer.
That is
No,
How
I'm
entirely
can
not.
you
possible.
be so sure of the church?
I suppose that's fair, but I'm not a man of faith myself, so I can't really say.
Is there a war going on in the country?
A war? Not that you know of.
None?
Not that you can be aware of.
Okay, so maybe I agree with uh, I think it was Spoon who said it that they probably just want to take out of the public view. Or
I mean, that's just all of this is baseless speculation. Well,
yeah,
not baseless per se. There must be some grounds for us to be.
it's probably true. The church is always trying to protect the innocent.
Hmm. I
While I don't want to denounce any church, I think there have been times where they've done some morally questionable things.
Wow.
we
Bad.
have we do have other matters to attend to, but this might be something important to look back into later. Thank you,
Indeed.
sister. I hope you recover from your wolf and fox wounds.
Indeed. Apologies for our out loud conjecture, and thank you again for helping me with my son.
Yes, again, no disrespect to the god of luck in any sort of way. I I was mostly suspecting ill deed from popes. Again, sorry.
Alright.
That would be bad. Imagine just like
You're
fucking
now
off the
it's
god of
Timora,
luck.
the goddess of luck and fortune,
Yeah.
out loud.
And suddenly you're rolling net ones for the rest of your life.
I know.
Oh, that'd be miserable. I crit
Oh.
fail on
At
every
least it
roll.
would be short.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Alright. So with that done, it's basically full on night now, and probably about time we turned in.
I don't have to pay for my room thanks to my background. By popular demand allows me to perform and usually get free lodging or food.
Yes, yes, it
I
does.
also don't have to
As
pay
long
for
as I
anything.
as long as I perform, which I
Yeah, how are you
I'm
gonna
pretty good at
perform
performance.
gladiatorially for this
maybe
man?
maybe there'll be like some sort of yakuza tough and I'll bat him out. My brilliant skills as a fighter. That's how I
I'm
perform.
afraid the poor owner of the.
Or maybe I could tell a hero's tale or of one of my good battles.
So you're a scout then? A picture of a barbarian and a bard who mostly
Um,
tells tales of his own combats.
well, when you've had so many and you're called a champion in most places, you learn to tell tales of yourself when all you've ever really done is fight.
I see, I see. Oh, let's go then. I want to try that dwarvish drink again. I wanna build up my
The one
resistance.
the one you nearly collapsed after drinking.
Yes, I want to build up my resistance to alcohol.
I guess Douglas will just never tell Gabriel that he can make the drink himself.
Uh,
Douglas is just gonna go back to the field and chill with cows.
Alright. As the rest of us go back to the Stonehill Inn to seek a warm meal and bed for the night. Get our fill of ale and perhaps some juicy rumors.
Yes, I agree. As I sit at the bar and order my beverage, I will just look to Tolbin. Tolbin, my good sir, since we left for a whole entire day, did anything else occur in our absence? Anything interesting?
Not really. It's been kinda quiet today, actually. The local ruffians weren't even active, which is strange.
Uh, did Sildar appeared here?
I believe he stopped in briefly, but only to grab the remainder of his things. I think he's staying elsewhere now.
Uh,
Hmm.
uh,
Perhaps,
maybe we should sleep here tonight and tomorrow search for him.
yes. We never quite found him the other day when we were
Uh,
looking for him. He's with his,
That's true.
he should be with Ayano, his contact.
I'm sure he's just fine.
Well, yes, but we still have to discuss some things.
Alright. Yeah, just as the previous night, Krell's getting a nice meal, heavy with meat, and again, no alcohol for her.
Okay, I having my nice meal and a bottle, a cup of that dwarven mead.
Alright.
I
So get
will,
that
I will
paid
too enjoy a
for,
cup of
and
this dwarven mead as a challenge.
alright. So you get your pints from Tolban. They're nice and frothy as before, and almost amber colored dwarven mead. And as you begin to drink them down, give me some constitution saves.
Uh,
I can do that.
oh no, I pressed it wrong. Sorry,
Yeah, it's just a constitution check.
it's just shade, and it's worse.
16.
Well, unlike the previous time you had it, you're not getting completely plastered immediately. You're able to finish it down while only feeling mildly tipsy. Whereas Spoon is pounding it down like a champ, just like before.
I really need to drink more and build up resistance. You can't see a paladin drunk. It's wrong.
Now, call me a bit cheeky if you'd like to, but I think the simple way around that is to just not drink alcohol. There's plenty
No,
of
no,
other
no.
lovely beverages out there.
There are many rituals of the church which involves alcohol, and it's uh, not good looking to get out drunk of those rituals.
Yeah, probably not a good
I,
idea. But
what do you,
interesting tidbit: the lay on hands ability you have that can cure status conditions, also can cure you of drunkenness.
oh, that's
Ah!
nice.
Well then. Food, drink, and bed. The simple needs in a man's life.
Yeah, probably a good idea to go to bed and a water on the please.
Alright. So we head off to bed in the same arrangement as the previous night, getting a decent night's sleep. And as we wake up in the morning, Tolbin has a letter for Liss in his possession.
A letter for me.
Yes, a letter for you.
Okay.
On the
Take you
outs-
over.
on the outside of the envelope, it says to Frented Liss, for your eyes only.
For my ears. Okay. Thank you, Oblin. I'm going to order my meal and read the letter, probably in the corner, so nobody will see.
All right.
So what's the letter says?
Uh, the letter says, "Meet me in private at the shrine." Signed from the sister.
Okay. Does it say a time specific?
It does not have a specific time written, but from
Okay.
what you've seen, she's basically always at the shrine when she's not at home. And that only seems to be.
I'm going to eat my breakfast and say I go to a morning walk.
Yeah. I think I'll stay around here for a bit to get to know some of the locals.
Okay, friend. See you later. I'm going to meet the sister then alone.
Alright. Turn to the right page. I literally just had this page in front of me. Where the hell did it go? Oh, there it is.
Do I find the sister?
We're going to put that on the back burner for just this moment.
Okay.
Come back to that shortly. So Krell and Spoon are taking in the ambiance, eating their breakfast a lot more slowly, being able to actually taste the flavor of the food before getting on with their day. And they overhear a nearby woman in rather finely woven clothes for this part of the world. You notice that most people are kind of wearing like ramshackle, patched back together clothes, but this woman's clothes have like nary a ripped seam. Almost perfect in their appearance. And she's saying to a nearby gentleman, "The Red Brands hassle every business in town, except for the Fandolin Miners Exchange. They don't want any trouble with Helia Thornton, who runs it. Not one bit. It's like they're scared of her or something."
Strange. Crow, you hear that?
I hear everything that goes on around.
That's a bit. That's kind of strange, don't you think?
Definitely worth looking into, if you ask me.
Yes, I agree.
From what we hear of ruffians about the town, she might be leading them or have intel about them.
You think? You think we should follow her once she leaves, or perhaps just go up and talk to her like civilized people?
Well, it's not exactly proper manners to go up and tell someone you've just been eavesdropping on them.
Eavesdropping if they're having a loud conversation.
You, of all people, should know that one cannot control their volume while intoxicated.
You make a fair point. But what you haven't seen is me in a tavern brawl yet. You want to talk about loud? Those things get loud.
I'd rather
Perhaps,
avoid an
perhaps we,
example if that's all the same.
perhaps we wait then. I will continue to enjoy my breakfast as I try and listen. I turn on my hunter instincts, trying to focus in on her voice alone.
Most of the rest of her conversation doesn't seem to pertain to the same subject. It's just general humdrum of going on in town and general gossip.
Where?
While plot stuff is happening, can I try to take one of the cows home with me?
You can certainly try.
You just want a pet cow?
Okay, maybe a calf. Maybe that would be slightly easier. Or would they go with their mother? Okay, what about like an ox? Like that would probably carry some stuff.
That's true.
Let me.
I don't know.
Let me-
I don't know if they just casually
perception
have
to see if
oxen.
you can find an ox.
Oh, I don't know if my perception is the. Oh, my perception is okay. Okay, let's see how this goes.
Woo!
Okay.
Alright, so you look out across this grazing field and you spot a oxen off in the distance. It looks a little bit old to be plowing fields, so it won't be the best oxen in the world, but a beast of labor it is.
You know what? That's fine. As long as I can ride on top of him majestically, I'll take it. Even if it's a bit older.
Alright. So as you move closer to this oxen, how are you trying to present yourself?
Okay, well my charisma is kind of shit, so let's see. Let's do. I'm not gonna have my hands drawn, and I'm actually gonna, if I can, I know I have a lot of stuff that I'm probably carrying, like lower my weapons down, so none of that is visible. All that stuff is in the grass, and just approach him with like my hands down, and just like, hello there. You seem awfully lonely. Would you like to come with me? I can show you many wonders, treats. We can see the world together. It'll be quite beautiful. I will try to write many stories about our great adventures together.
It looks in your vague direction, lets out a moo, and then goes back to grazing. Roll animal handling, and I'll give you advantage on that one for the legendary description of your adventure.
I was gonna say, I just went on that long monologue and it doesn't even care. How do I roll advantage?
You
You
just click
should
the
have a
advantage
tab at the
tab.
top of your screen that says advantage, disadvantage, normal.
Okay, got it.
Oh,
19.
what
Yeah, it appears your speech definitely wooed this beast of labor, and it's tired of just grazing out in this field all day with nothing to really do. And
I like.
it doesn't get any work anymore. It doesn't get to breed anymore. It's looking for its next green pasture. While not completely tamed, it does seem to have taken a liking to you.
Okay, but the question is, can I ride on its back?
You can try.
Actually, being a dwarf, I don't even know if I could get onto it. Like, I would, I need a saddle. Oh, can I get one at the? I'll go to the smithy in the morning and see if they can get me a saddle.
Like how I with a +4 in animal handling had like I rolled like 4 different times with advantage to tame wolves, and I failed every single one of them. And Douglas's first attempt at fucking taming a cow works, or works in quotes.
Yeah, it's not like a complete works.
It likes you. I mean,
It
those wolves were
does.
afraid of me, but like my point stands.
It's way easier for a DM to fuck you over though if you do tame a wolf and then it can just be like, oh, your wolf turns on you and it eats you.
Yeah, that's why that's why they got to see me kill the person that owned them and at least one other wolf.
Ooh.
I had like a +5 in intimidation, so it made sense in my brain, is what I'm saying.
Just
I
the
mean, it is
rules were
cool to have a
given.
wolf.
I think it would have helped in the encounter with that bugbear.
Oh
This
yeah,
this
was like
lady I'm eavesdropping on. She dropped a couple of names that I didn't quite catch. Can I get them one more time, please?
She dropped the red brands, which you're not familiar with, but it seems to be a group of some sort. The Fandolin Miners Exchange, which sounds like some sort of business in town. And Halia Thornton,
Yeah.
who is the owner of said business.
You?
Okay, so we'll move back to Lys's engagement in the Shrine of Luck.
okay.
Why not?
So how is the sister?
You walk in and she's just tending to the altar at the moment.
Okay, I do a light knock on the wall. Hello, sister, you called me?
Yes, Friendis. I did indeed. There was a particular matter I wanted to talk to you about that you seem to be just the person for.
You can speak anything to me, sister.
You seem to be an individual with a desire to enact positive change through information and secrecy, are you not?
Well, I certainly want to bring good to all parts of the world. That's the teachings of the church, isn't it?
Yes. It is that way here as well. Which is why I would like to ask you to join the harbors.
Uh, what are the harbors?
I gotta find the information on that. Why is everything behind like 9 different things?
That's going to be your catchphrase for this campaign.
Yes,
Let me
yes,
just
it is.
let me find this real quick. It's got the same energy as "Okay, gang, let's split up."
Kind of.
Where it's like overall just kind of inconvenient but also funny.
Never split the party.
It's not a jab at you, by the way. I don't know if that was clear or not.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know. I somehow managed to like net the worst possible reputation, despite being like one of the quietest guys I know. Like, if the title has the word "aphobic" at the end of it, I've probably got it undeservingly.
I'm just waiting to go back to the tavern and see, and see a gigantic ox with a dwarf on top.
Oh, hey, what's going on, man? I got a fucking cow! That'd be cool.
That would be awesome. It's like the last scene from the. It's like the the five army fight from the Hobbit. There's the dwarfs mounting on goats.
Ah, there we go. The Harpers are a group of individuals that gather information throughout the land to thwart tyrants and any leader, government, or group that grows too strong. They're a scattered network of adventurers and spies who advocate equality and covertly oppose the abuse of power. They aid the weak, the poor, and the oppressed. And the sister seems to be the hub of information in this area of the world.
But my sister, that sounds like a great for organization. What would I need to do to join it?
All you need is to ask.
Ask. Okay, what are the rules and codes I need to follow?
More or less, you have to remain good aligned and uphold equality, help out the poor and less fortunate, take down tyrants and oppressors, shit like that.
Okay, I wish to join the Harvers.
Then I hereby award you the title of Watcher. You can add that to your character sheet somewhere, probably in the bio page. I look forward to hearing of your observations.
Okay, sister. In case I need to send a message to someone, I just need to send a letter to you, or is there a hub or something?
Sending it to me is fine. But remember,
Okay.
secrecy is imperative.
Yes, sister, I shall speak to no one.
Alright. So while this is going on, let's go back to Douglas and his oxen.
Okay. Well, I want to go over to the smithy because I think that's really the only place where I would be able to find or make an ox saddle. Oh, or the owners of the ranch that I'm stealing this ox from. Maybe I shouldn't talk to them. Actually, let's let's go to the smithy and see if I can get a saddle.
Alright. Oh, you just got booted off roll 20. And you back.
Douglas is gonna walk into the saddle and very awkwardly, or who runs the smithy? I don't. Douglas hasn't been in here yet.
It was the generic dwarf I had to make up because there wasn't an NPC
Oh.
generated for it.
Okay,
A genuine tragedy.
so Douglas sizes up the other dwarf, like trying to think of things to relate with him with, and then just fumbles out, ox saddle.
Come again, lad.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
Come again, lad.
Get, I. I need a saddle for my large creature out there. Can you make one?
I can surely modify one, but I'm sure Bertrand across the road there would probably have some for sale.
Oh, okay. thanks then, bye. And then he like he tries to leave, but his foot gets stuck in the door, so he has to like jam his way out. Um, okay, let's
Most
head
awkward
over to
encounter ever.
This
yeah.
absolutely Jesus. I love him.
Let's go over to Barden's. So I guess I'll head inside to the bald guy exploiting child labor. And then
Hell
I'll
yeah.
hello. He's gonna shout out the same thing and be like, "Ox saddle."
Longsword. That is not the voice I gave this character. Longsword. Yeah, I'll get there eventually.
No, I need an ox saddle, not a longsword. I need a seat, a cushiony one, preferably, for my large, fluffy, old, dying animals, please.
No, I got your meaning. I just... There was a bit of an interesting way to introduce yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment.
Wasn't exactly a compliment, boy. But anyway, I can hook you up with a saddle for a large beast that'll run you 3 gold.
I don't know if I can spare that much. Would you do 2 gold and yeah, about 2 gold. Or if you've got any work or anything, I've found some people within the town, and I'll probably convince them to do some work for you.
Roll persuasion.
Roll what?
Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion. Okay. Let's see. I did give him a few options. Let's see. Ooh. Let's see how this goes.
Hey.
That's not bad. I was expecting it to be worse with my -2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It has been sitting on the shelf for a while. I'll let you take it for 2 gold.
Okay. Give me just a second. I've got a lot of things on me right now, and I'll dig this out. Do you mind grabbing it off the shelf for me? So this is gonna start fumbling through. He has like quite a few pockets. He's trying to find his gold pieces.
Ah, yes. Ander, Thistle, come help this man. As the 2 young clerks come rushing out of the back again and pull it off the wall and drag it to the counter. Also, never exactly mentioned that these 2 characters were children, just that they were young.
Oh, okay. I guess I just assumed that they were children.
Yeah.
It's just you've got this old man telling these 2 kids to run around for him.
Well, apprenticeship is a thing.
I guess that's fair. This is a very cruel form of apprenticeship. They're not learning anything by running around for him.
They're learning the value of hard labor.
I guess so. So it was 2 gold pieces. So I just subtracted that from my sheet, and then where do I add that I have an ox saddle? Do I just add it? Oh, I found it. Okay.
Yeah. You just hit the plus sign down there at the bottom of your inventory and type it in.
Do I add anything to my sheet that I have an ox with me now? Do they need their own character sheet? How does that work?
I'll remind myself to work on that. Get that sheet available. So we can have that available next time. But yeah, add somewhere on your bio like the additional whatever.
DM, can you see if I wrote the name right of the organization? It's on my bio.
Where?
Right, well, with all that done, Douglas is gonna head back with his newfound ox friend, and we'll head back to the Stonehill Inn to see if anyone else is up.
Can we just point out that the paladin is the first member of the party to commit a crime?
A crime?
He just stole some farmer's ox.
But
Oh,
what?
You got us mixed up a little bit, but I mean, a cleric doing it is still pretty not great.
Yeah, the cleric did it,
Oh,
not a paladin.
Yeah, had you two backwards. But yeah, cleric, first person to commit a crime.
I
mean, it's
didn't
just
mean to commit a crime. I just wanted a new friend.
You think it would have been the shifty goblin, but no.
Being fair, the goblin is blind. It would be a little hard for them to.
Yeah, but she also
First,
doesn't really
first
have
to
a
commit a crime on screen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if coliseums and underground coliseums are very legal.
It depends. Anyway, we've got a new
You
oxen
have an ox
to
friend.
show off as you stride back
Should
up
I?
to the stone hill.
Okay. I'm now worried that someone might recognize the ox, but it's fine. Everything will be okay. His name is Maurice, and he is my best friend.
Hell yeah.
Maurice.
Maurice
Yeah.
the ox. Let's go.
Well, if nothing else, we now have a mascot.
Unless the guards see it.
I think that's going to be a little hard. Alright, so we all join back up at the Stonehill Inn after our morning activities.
Ah, there you return. Lovely.
Yeah, I was just
Yes.
having
Come, sit. We have things to tell.
a sit around the table.
Now, I'm gonna start talking in a pretty hushed tone. Now, I believe me and Krell overheard a lady in here speaking about some interesting sounding things. A woman named Hollia Thornton owning and something to do with a corporation called the Miners Exchange. I believe it has something to do with the ruffians that we've heard about. Could be worth checking out.
Probably a good idea.
I mean, any reason to get into a fight's a good one.
Is it?
I mean, I'm more
Yes.
worried about what the Ruffians might do to people, so that's why I'm joining.
I kind of look at Douglas with like a very shocked expression. I'm like, yes, of course. Have you ever been in combat before, Douglas?
Not by choice.
I have. The feeling is exhilarating.
He keeps peeking the mic and it's hilarious.
I'm sorry, I still don't have a very good microphone. I need to get one. I need to get a new one. I've had this one for like fucking ages. No, we're anyway. We'll save that argument for later. We're currently waiting for this said lady to exit the tavern so we can follow shortly behind her and maybe get her down some questions.
It's not creepy at all. Why don't you just go talk to her?
See, unfortunately, the problem there is doing that would be the most likely way to get us kicked out of this tavern. She seems to be a very strong-headed lady, and I don't want to start a fight. At least not one that didn't premeditate itself. I quite like this place, so.
You didn't seem like you liked their mead.
Oh,
I didn't say I didn't like it. It was just very easy to drink.
I had troubles drinking it.
Douglas just nods along. It might be like we might get spotted a little bit easy. While I was out last night, I made a new friend.
New friend.
Interesting. What do they bring to the table?
Well, they're big and strong. They used to work some jobs back in the day, but they've gotten a little old for that. They're still pretty useful though. Very very strong. Very committed. They can carry a lot.
You just described me to a T. Are you saying you found me, the sequel?
Exactly. Yeah, he's waiting right outside. His name is Maurice.
I want to challenge this individual as I stand from the table and push my chair in and like power walk outside.
This is not the best way to follow someone secretly outside.
Well, she hasn't left yet. I'm purely going out to challenge this Maurice person.
Still, should be on the lookout for you. Douglas
fucking
follows
hell.
worriedly.
I also
Maurice, Douglas.
I follow. They both worried about Maurice person.
Yeah, Crow will come out too. This seems like a show too good to miss.
Where's this Maurice, Douglas? Point him out of this crowd.
Douglas points to the giant ox waiting outside with a new saddle, so to say.
Maurice is a knox.
Maurice is a person, and you should treat him like one. This is
Okay.
Maurice.
You bought an ox.
You got me so worked up.
Yes, I definitely bought this ox.
You stole it.
Can
Can I call insight on that?
You definitely can. Opposed by Douglas's deception. With advantage for the legendary story.
Okay.
14.
The battle of the really shitty charismas.
Yeah, let's go.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Advantage did not matter. So yeah, you can immediately tell that Douglas is feeding you some bullshit, but you're not sure quite which part of the statement he's lying about.
You bought this ox.
With love and appreciation and care.
From what farmstead?
I didn't get into specifics. I met Maurice out there, and we had a very good chat, the two of us. And we decided we are best friends, and we're gonna ride off into the sunset together.
You stole that ox?
It's not
I'm
stealing.
down.
Maurice wanting to go.
You can't just
You
yell
will
at
tell me a man of the church right in front of me dare to steal an ox. We will go right back to those farmers and give back the ox.
No, hold on. What
Wait,
if?
I roll intimidation to look big.
Go for it. Yeah, looking real big. Do you think you're the most intimidating fucker in this town right now?
You will go with me to the back to those farmers and give them the gold.
I put my hand onto Lys's shoulder and I'm like, now hold on. What if, now hear me out, this may be a bit of a stretch, but what if this ox is going on some sort of spiritual quest to find itself? An
Then
adventure that it
ox-
truly desires.
The ox. It's not the ox problem, it's the farmer's problem. They depend on it to survive.
If I baptize this ox or whatever, can he come with us?
No, you need to pay the farmers.
Fine.
Maurice
I
wanted
will-
to come. The farmers aren't doing anything with it.
I'm gonna try.
Doesn't
I'm gonna
matter,
lie.
it's their
I'm gonna
property.
lie. I'm gonna lie
If
my
you
ass
did-
off. Listen, my friend, I promise you, I will personally, while you get to some business, I will go and pay the farmers for the ox that we have.
You, Spoon, you are a good person. You will go to heaven and we shall drink mead every day. Well, you, how dare a cleric steal a ox? You know what? I'm going for a walk. I can't stand this. I go out pissed off for a walk.
I'm not paying for that.
Douglas goes to. Oh fuck! Sorry,
Oh,
something
no.
just fell in my room. It's okay. It almost knocked over a lamp, but it's fine now. Oh, okay. Douglas is gonna go console Maurice because they just Gabriel just definitely stressed them out.
Who's
Right,
Gabriel, by the way?
I don't know.
My real
Oh,
name,
sorry. What's the name of your paladin?
Everyone's
Fred
characters'
is-
names are under their tokens.
Yeah.
Okay.
and just call Liz.
You should also be in your player character list with your character sheet.
Hey. Stressed Maurice. So Douglas is gonna go console them.
I will go to the farmers with Spoon to pay the farmers.
Thought you were going for a walk.
Oh yeah, but I decided to go pay.
Um. This, I assure you, you can trust me. I believe that you, as a man who likes to uphold the law, should look into this business of ruffians while I'm away.
Uh,
Can I roll persuasion?
You can.
and I need to roll what?
13.
Insight.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
What happens now?
Well, you can't glean one way or the other that he's trying to deceive you in any way, so... it's really up to you whether you choose to join him or do as he asks.
I will join him. Come on. We can split the amount we need to pay since that so-called cleric won't pay.
Fine. Douglas, can you point us in the direction of the farmstead?
I'm gonna assume that it's like the map is directional, so I'm gonna Douglas points west.
Oh, the compass.
It's in that field somewhere.
Oh, the compass is invisible.
Thank you.
Compass just popped up. Didn't exist.
I don't know why that was only on the GM layer, but whatever.
All right. West. Thank you.
Very welcome. And then Douglas is stroking Maurice. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. Bad man won't hurt you anymore.
Watch for that woman though. Krell, you know what she sounds like, so can you stay here and observe with Douglas while I go and handle this?
I have nothing better to do.
Perfect. We'll be back shortly, assuming we don't get lost like idiots. My Fort wallet.
Sorry, message just said it's cool. I think I misheard you.
So yeah, I'm gonna make my way with Liz to go to this farmstead to pay for this fucking ox.
Okay. As soon as you're out the door, Krell takes a nap.
She takes a nap.
Yeah,
Everything is
just leans back
everything.
in the chair and takes a nap.
everything is not going the way I need it to.
Or at least seems to take a nap. As you guys
Okay.
head out to find this farm that even Douglas has no idea where it is.
You said it was in that field, so we'll go to the field and then look for like a farmhouse over there.
Alright, so you guys are heading that way. Krell's just hanging out in the inn, and Douglas is hanging out with Maurice. Alright, move your tokens so I know where the hell you're going.
You got it.
I just
Oh,
can't
fuck.
believe that goddamn cleric so called. I bet he got kicked out of his church.
Perhaps he was never in a church. Perhaps he was a man. Perhaps he's a man who's faithful to nature itself.
Would be a druid.
Oh, that's not necessarily true. Druids are more like protectors of nature rather than believers. They are the nature they live in.
Ah, that's true, but it's still, how dare he steal an ox?
I feel like steal might be a bit harsh of a term. You know, animals can become emotionally attached if you provide the right amount of affection, and
That's true, but these farmers scrap the little bits of food they can find to eat, and you are still taking away a poor animal from them.
well, now you're just assuming things. We don't know that. Perhaps their harvest was bountiful. This is a farm and mine city after all. If they didn't have bountiful harvests, I feel like their economy wouldn't exactly be stable. But what do I know? I trade pelts for a living and fight people.
That's true, but still, even if they are bountiful, what if Haguard discovers us? We will go to jail because we have a cleric who steals cattle.
That's why we're going to pay for it.
That's true.
So, give me a perception check, each of you, to try and
Sure.
find this farm.
Ooh yeah, 7. That's nice.
That's nice.
Perception.
Incoming
That
Nat
is.
20 watch.
7.
So yeah, looking around, neither of you can seem to figure out where exactly this farm is. There are clearly grazing grounds around here, but no farm to be seen in the particular area of town you're in.
We could ask the innkeeper where are the farmhouses.
Yes, you're right. We could do that.
Given the new information that you've just gathered, it could be gleaned that maybe this was a wild oxen after all.
Now, hear me out, right? What if, considering Douglas's possible ties to nature, what if, possibilities all slim, that ox was wild and he just happened to be able to tame it?
Did the ox have a mark on his, every single cow on
Oh,
his,
I
the
did
starts of
not
farm
know.
have something on his
I gotta
leg marked with fire? Can I
I
roll a history check?
You could go back and check.
we were already heading back to the inn anyway.
So let's go and check the ox.
Okay.
Alright, so you're approaching Douglas and Maurice.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of like, just like approach slowly and like, Maurice, may I have a look at or Douglas, may I have a look at Maurice for a moment?
Douglas steps back. Oh, go ahead.
Lovely. And I'm just gonna kind of look anywhere where I think there would be a brand on an ox.
Roll investigation.
17.
You notice just inside its ear, barely visible to the eye, is a tattooed set of numbers.
Yeah, there's definitely not a brand anywhere on this ox.
Can I try to see it too? Can I roam inside?
You can.
In that case, can I roll deception?
Not necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, Spoon did not lie to you.
So it was wild. I was correct.
It was wild.
Now you can apologize to Douglas, and we'll be on our way.
Yes, Douglas, I apologize for calling you a thief.
Thank you. I did not steal Maurice. Yeah, Maurice wanted to come. He's a wild animal, of course.
It's that spiritual journey, I think I said.
Yes, spiritual journey, exactly.
I'm gonna kind of. You said Krell like kicked back in the tavern, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of peek my head in and see if she's still in there.
Yeah, she's still leaning back in her chair, feet up on the table. Appears to be asleep by all.
Is the same lady
Observation.
that we're waiting to leave still in there?
She is left by now.
Fuck. I'm gonna walk over to Krell and kind of tap her awake.
Wasn't sleeping.
Then why didn't you and Douglas Taylor?
You told me to listen, not to follow.
Right. What did you pick up then?
Well, from what I could hear, the miners' exchange is in the southwest of town, so that might be a direction worth checking out.
Fair enough. Let us make way.
Alright.
And I will walk out of the tavern and is like, right. So, according to Krell, we're heading southwest in search of the miners' exchange.
Mark that area.
Okay.
Right. I actually need to head out for the night, so I think that's a good spot for me to head off.
Oh,
That
all
is a
right.
good point in time for us to wrap off the session, actually.